Okay, now it's time to talk about the Netcat. Netcat is one of the original network penetration testing tools, and as they call it, Swiss Army knife. So this utility reads and writes data across network connection using TCP or UDP protocols. Now first, let's have a look inside it. So here in the terminal, man nc. As you can see, it is a Swiss Army knife, simple Unix utility which reads write data across networks. Okay. Now, first let's try connect to somewhere else. So sudo systemctl to check the status of the Apache. You can see that Apache is still up and running. So nc -nv. Now n stands for disable DNS resolution, and V stands for more verbose. Now actually you can read more about it from the manual page. I got these from there. And then put the IP address, then the port number. The IP address, it will be the local IP address, by the way, as you can see here. Or if you want, by the way, this is for the loop or the local host. You can get the IP address by using the ifconfig. Okay, so here it is our IP address, as you can see. Now nc-nv, put the IP address, put the port which is 80. This is responsible for Apache. How did I know that? By using, yes, you are right, netstat-ntlp command, as we learned previously. As you can see, the port 80 is opened. Now again, nc-nv, put the IP address, put the port number. And if you can see, when I try it, you can see it is open and we can put command and put whatever we want. But by the way, this behavior is unexpected because we are sending a bad request, by the way. A bad request to the web or to the index.html that we saw, or the main page of the web browser. So this doesn't make sense, by the way, but I'm just showing you how to use the nc. Okay. Now we can use nc with telnet, nc with the POP3 for responsible for the email, for SNMP, a simple network management protocol, and a lot of other ports and protocols. Okay. Now let's clear the screen, and I want to open a new terminal. Okay, like this. So here we have on the left and we have on the right. Okay. Now here on the right and here on the left. So on the left, we want to use this time to open to listening on a TCP or UDP port. So I will use -nvlp. Okay. Now N, as we learned previously, to disable DNS resolution. V, which means DNS resolution, so you will not search for the IP or the domain name. You just get the IP and put it as is. V for verbose, for to get more output. L for listening, and P for the port number. Okay, so I will put the port number and I will put 9999. Okay, now press enter. As you can see, we are listening on any, as you can see, which means any IP address, and we are listening on port 9999. Now here on the right, nc, put the IP address, okay, as we learned previously, and put the port number. Now if I press enter, you can see that, yeah, we have a connection here. All right, so if I type ls, it will be there, but you can see it is not just a command, it is just like a chat. So hi there, who are you, for example. You can see that it is receiving here, I am no one, whatever. Okay, as you can see, we are using it as we are using a chat. Okay, now nc can be used to transfer files. Okay, but actually it is a bad practice. I will not handle it here in this course because it is a bad practice, by the way, to use nc, because it is an encrypted protocol or an encrypted connection, let's say. So I will not handle that here. Okay, you can read more about it. We will use the direction, and as simple as that. Okay, now the most important feature of the nc, or the usage of nc for us, the red team, the attackers, which is opening a reverse shell. Okay, now please don't get confused. Now attackers, I mean that we are the red team that detecting weakness in the system, not to damage the system or harm any system or whatever. Okay, so here on the left, let's imagine this is the attacker machine, and on the right, this is the victim machine. So on the left, in the attacker, we will use this command, nc-nvlp, as we learned previously. So here we are the attacker. We are listening and waiting until the victim send the request to us, okay? On the right here, the victim machine, we will use the nc, put the IP address of our machine, okay, which is our attacker machine, and put the port that we are listening to, as you can see. But we will use the -e option, which means execute a shell, or execute a command, or execute a utility, and that utility will be the bash, bin bash. So I am executing a bin bash on my machine, and I am sending that to the attacker machine. So on the victim machine, we are executing a bash shell, as you can see, and on the attacker, here we can use ls. You can see, yeah, we are seeing everything here. Okay, so you can see that ls, this is ls inside the victim machine, not inside our machine. Okay, if I type touch text test.txt, for example, ls again, you can see that it should be here. By the way, because I'm using test, we already have it here. By the way, you can see that the arrows and whatever are not working. As you can see, this command here we received not found, because this is not a sophisticated shell like the terminal. This is just a simple bin bash, okay? So touch not.txt, for example, ls, you can see that here it is, not.txt, okay? And well, this is just the basics. Now, by moving forward with this course, we will learn the techniques, the tools, how to let the victim to open such a bash shell by executing shell command, by visiting websites or whatever, okay? Don't worry, this is just the basics, but keep that in your mind, how to open a reverse shell on the victim's machine by executing bash, bin bash, and while we are listening on that specific connection with port number.